Today we're talking about something that I love. Drones. I feel like so many of us use these as amazing footage things, equipment, but I think there is so much that we could learn. There is so much that we could do better. And a lot of times we see people use them in a very, very unuseful manner. Just, getting to the point and just getting the shot from above. But there is so much variety in this piece of equipment that it's hard to watch sometimes that people don't use it to its potential. So let's not waste time and actually get to the first point I wanted to say is don't waste time. Yes, don't waste time. Yes, you might have a lot of battery time, like 27 minutes, and then you have second battery, but then again, it isn't that much. Also, it's a lot but not enough sometimes. And if you're travel vlogging, that's gonna mean you're not gonna have as much time as you probably would want to have, because you might be traveling to a couple locations this day. And here it is, maximize your time. What I usually do is I don't fly, get the shot, and then move somewhere else, sightseeing and everything. I actually go for something different. I try to have it that from each shot I go doing a shot. So instead of getting one shot, let's go straight on and then sightseeing and thinking, oh, I can do a shot here, I actually try to do where I go, even if I move between shots, if I want to go straight and then I want to do something around somewhere else, I actually do a shot here, and then on the way there I try to do a shot so I have more variety. That way I can maximize the potential of the drone. I can maximize the amount of different shots, amount of different views that I can get for the shots. Even if you're just going straight and then you're coming back, don't turn around and fly back. You can actually go backwards, or maybe it is a good thing to do, turn around and go this way and try to do a second shot, but this way. Try to use that to your advantage. Try to use your time in the air to your advantage to get shots after shots. Which brings me to my second point is try to get as many different shots as possibly you can. That way when you're editing you actually have something to pick from. Just straight on pull back, pull in, spinners, sliders. Look straight down, look straight to the front. Try as much as possible you can so that you have a lot of variety when editing. I have at first, when I got the drone, this was one of the mistakes I did. I didn't have enough variety that basically I didn't know what to use. So now when I actually do travel vlogs and I have my drone with me, I try to do spinners, sliders, follow shots, around person, around building, around something, just a big open spot, everything in between. I try to do so many different things that I have actually enough for the edits, because you're probably not going to use two of the same footages or the same shots or something that looks really close. You're gonna want to have as much variety when editing, so take that in consideration to always remember to fly and get as many shots as possible in the shortest amount of time. Okay, this one is very important. This was one of the biggest mistakes I did when I started. Take the shots longer than you think you're gonna need. Basically, you were taking a shot and you're going in, and I would stop. But then when editing, I was like, oh damn, if I only held it for 1 second longer straight on, it would fit the video much better. Try to think about this every time you shoot. Try to make the shots a little bit longer than you expect them to be. Because of this, you have more freedom in editing once again. Maybe you want to speed it up and later you see that you could have sped it up and then slow it down again, but because it's not long enough, if you're gonna speed it up, you're gonna lose the clip, it's not gonna fit the video. Try to have it a little bit, at least a little bit, longer than expected. It's easier to cut it down than think what to do if it's not long enough. And also, a lot of times I would actually end up doing where I thought the shot was good, but when editing I noticed it was only a second or two long, which is totally unusable for some stuff. And that's where I actually noticed that, I have to do it much longer so that I can actually add this into the video. Okay, this is last but not least, my favorite point is that, let me get this thing out. You have the pad, right? So you have two joysticks and then this here. This moves the camera, right? Up, down, and this one's move forward, backwards, up, and down. Think about this. The more movements you do, the more cinematic it looks, but you don't want to use it all the time. See, the thing I've noticed is the more movements you have, the more cinematic it looks. Yes, I always do like spinners and, you know, just straight on leading shot or backwards shot. A lot of times you will actually notice that my clips usually tend to have like at least 2 movements. Even if I'm going straight on, it's going to be from the camera, it's going to be moving from down up. If I'm doing pullback shot, same thing. If I'm doing like a shot of like circling around someone, that's 2 movements. One is going this way, but I'm not going straight on like a slider. I'm actually going a circle around them, and at the same time the camera is also going after them. And sometimes I even try to incorporate 3 movements at the same time, where I'm going like a slider, where I'm going, or actually a circling around something. At the same time I'm going up or down, and at the same time my camera is going up or down. So that means you have like 3 points of movement in one sequence, which it looks just fantastic. I love the shots where I move 3 points at the same time. It's not the easiest one to do, but it is worth it. Like, try it out. I know at first you're gonna be like, oh, come on, but the best way to start is actually move one thing and then add another movement and another. That way your fingers are not going to be jammed because you're like, oh, what should I move now? Just do it in a sequence. So you should start going like, I don't know, forward and then slightly to the left, at the same time going a little bit up and then turning the camera. That way you have so many different movements, and try to move as much. Like, sometimes my fingers actually look like going straight but a little bit to the left, and then up but a little bit turning to the right, and then turning the camera here to the back, meaning like to the bottom, meaning that the drone is going like this, which is crazy, but at the same time this is something that makes this footage look much better. And I probably made this point a little bit too long, but yes, I wanted to say this is one of the best things you can do. Try to incorporate as much movement as possible. The last movement you actually use in your footage, the last is gonna look good. Just take this. If you fly up and you just stay in one place, it's gonna look so-so. If you move forward, it's gonna be looking much better. If you add like a camera going up, it's gonna be even better. But now think about this. Going straight on, a little bit up, so like you're going up and the camera is going up too. Now you have all the movements, like pretty much all you could probably do. You can also add the spin, like I said. Look how much better it's gonna look like from the get-go, where you're just standing in one place. That could be a photo. So those were my tips and tricks for better cinematic footage from your beautiful drone. Like, come on, this piece of equipment, I love it. This is like my go-to piece of equipment for cinematics. I just love it. Like, I love drones. The shots they make, you know, the footage. I even like the flying, so it's really fun, and at the same time it is really game-changing. Just take into consideration to try different things out, try different shots, variety, longer clips, you know, more movements, and maximize the footage. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new today. Maybe I talked about something that you didn't think about before. Maybe you're like, we'll try this out right now and actually try and see if that works for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video once again, and I'll see you next time.